Welcome back to another exciting day. We are on the 15th. Yes, this is all pre-recorded. Don't worry about that, though. This is a little bit of YouTube magic, okay? But these are the tips and tricks I knew before starting my small business. Yes, that includes focusing on revenue, avoiding hiring too early, spending too much money on software, and expanding. And there's so much more, including a little bonus at the very end. This one was a lot longer, so I broke it down into smaller chunks because I think, over time we're going to, get to know each other a little bit more. You get to know me. But I do just want to give you some of the meat here. There is going to be so much more. We're going to be bringing out content every single month, every other week, plus our lives that you see on Instagram, plus courses that we're going to be launching. So just to start off, you see here, brand first, half and half, little question mark there. Second is, I want it all. Let's get that office. As you see, a little office space right here with a nice, gorgeous new car. What is that, McLaren? I'm not sure. Number 3 is hire, not fire. Yes, we're talking about W-2s and 1099s. And then finally, alpha, the Wolfpack mentality. Yes. Oh my God, I get these all the time. This is my favorite. We're alpha males here. We're alpha. Where's my alpha women? I love it. All right, so let's first introduce myself. Of course, I'm Jesus Covarrubias. I am the founder and owner of Integral Business, where you can come and get all your best tips and all your best secrets when it comes to starting up your business. Particularly, we put a lot of effort and emphasis into small startups and small businesses barely getting up and running. But there's been a huge shift because some of my startups, they're growing and they're getting bigger. So what do? We just say, we're not working with you no more? Well, no, that's impossible. I mean, we love them. We've seen them when they were guppies, and we've seen them, barely enter the ponds, and now they're growing. So we definitely want to continue being there. And since our business, and I've gone through a couple different businesses, from failing businesses to selling companies to now having this as well. And even when I was working with another corporation, training and operating with their company. So we want to continue to support the growing businesses, and little by little you'll see more of this. For this particular one today, we're going to be talking about things that I wish, the things that no one told me when I started my small business. Okay, so a little bit about myself. So failing a $70K a month business, on the peak of this business, I was already going towards $150,000 a month. I shit you not. Buying cars. If you seen me in college, I was in new cars every single day. I mean, you name it. It was beautiful, from driving Cadillacs to driving Fords to driving Hondas to, getting into newer trucks and so forth. It was one of my favorite moments. I mean, literally, I would show up in a different car every single day. So, of course, made me a little popular here and there. It was a great time. It was a great experience. I was young. To completely failing that, putting myself into 16 straight months to even almost a full 2 years of going to court, putting myself into an interrogation. Well, I didn't necessarily put myself there. I literally got told to go to an interrogation room, all white walls, to, big buff dude and good cop, bad cop situation, all the way to, having to prove my innocence while still carrying a job, and then starting to work at a corporate gig, to not knowing what the heck was going to happen to me. I mean, I failed a t-shirt company, lost friends over time, lost a restaurant, to selling a restaurant. I mean, these are the tips and tricks that I wish I knew. And I didn't have to go through all of that. And hopefully you don't have to go through all the mistakes that I did by following some of these tips right here. So let's get straight into it. The first one is all about the brand. Yes, right? All about the brand. I mean, you've seen it. It's, you're super uber excited about coming up with a brand. You've gone online and you looked up thousands of cute typographies. I mean, you look at different fonts, different colorings. You look at oh my God, that style blends so perfectly. I want this nude background, and oh my God, I love those matte colors, and I want to have this. And you've seen these people. Maybe you are one of these people that you're super excited about the brand of your company. And trust me, you've probably been on Instagram and you're like, man, this person's account is like decked out. They got color coding, and they got one blue picture, one white picture, one blue, one white, one blue, or they got the diamond. Whatever it is, we've seen these accounts. We know exactly who we're talking about. And this might be you right now, going into brand first. Now, yes, these are all inspiring. All inspiring. These leave you kind of sometimes breathless, and this is a very, very important part of business. But look, we're not saying that this is not important, but it should not be your top priority. In fact, what we're stating is that if you're just starting, always, always remember that in small business and all businesses, cash is king. That's correct. The first and top priority is revenue, revenue, revenue. Okay, revenue is first. That's the first thing that you should be working on to accomplish in your business. At least it should be your number one priority. Okay? You can always, always go back and forth to change your logos, rebrand your name, color scheme, all this cute stuff. If you look at our page, we got tons of blues and everything. And I'll give you a little story. It didn't start out like that. In fact, integral business started off a lot more scarier when it first started. Okay? It was actually, I shit you not, like this. Okay? But one of these, all black, and then inside it actually said IBS LLC. And that was one of our first original logos. It was two blocks to symbolize a really strong firm that we were going to actually go above and beyond, and it was catered to startups as a trusting company. Gorgeous. We chose the right typography. We kept it very slick, very minimal, and it screamed expensive. It screamed scary. And I'm tell you right now, I still got the actual drawings. I had it on everything. That was our logo. Awful idea. The first thing I did was change that immediately to something that now you see our logo, and it is gorgeous. So just remember, focus on your company. If you are focused on brand and you don't have money coming in, you don't have a business. You have a brand. And some people may be really well at selling that, but for most of us, we're not even there yet. So my very first tip for you is money first. Okay. Now the exception, there is an exception that starts leading into a next point when it comes to the brand, and there is one exception that I wish I had done early on, and that is to search up your business name, your availability, and your domain. Okay, so there are tons of free online resources such as the USPTO. Okay, if you're trying, you're having trouble with that, it is the USPTO, where you can look up trademarks. Another good one is your SOS.gov. This is, though, more than likely going to be here in California. So if you are outside of California, I highly suggest looking up your state websites when it comes to your business names, because there is going to be one out there for you too. These are going to be huge. Your state website and your USPTO. One, this is going to look up trademarks. This is going to look the availability of LLCs and corporations. So you want to have that because, again, these have more standing than if we were like a DBA. That's not going to have much standing. So this is going to be a really good tip if you're looking up your business name. If you want to know if it's available, bam, okay? Right there. Now, this goes into the next thing I want to talk about. When it comes to choosing your name, keep it simple. I always, the very, very famous words that I had during college. I used to go off the rails when it came to writing my thesis and my, compositions, whatever it was that I was going to write out. I went above and beyond, and I always went above what I was asked to do, and that's what always dinged my grades. Thank you so much for being so helpful, because that guy was amazing when it came to writing. He goes on and tells me one day we're working. He said, "Hey, bro, you need to help me with these papers, man. I'm having so much trouble. I want to just at least get a B. If I can get an A and score it, even better. But I'm okay with a B. But I'm doing something wrong. I know my writing is great. I know it's punctual. I know I got all of that right. But what is going on?" And he takes a look at it, and he's like, "Kiss." And I was like, "Oh." Kind of blushed there a little, and I'm like, "Look, man, I just, I don't think I'm in the right market for you." And he's like, "No, stupid, keep it simple, stupid, like KISS, KISS, keep it simple, stupid," and really changed my life forever. I'm not kidding you. Ever since that day, I'm like, those are words I live by. Just sometimes we just got to keep it simple. I always tell people when they're coming up with names, choose something that reflects on you, something that you care about. Don't go chasing names on, "Oh, I want to put my laundromat services so people can find laundromat." Your Google domain at the end of the day is not gonna rank better because of it. Trust me, there's so many other bigger companies that we're trying to compete against it anyways. Imagine trying to go after each and every one of those. So choose something that you love, bring awareness, because you're gonna get excited for it. You're gonna be eager to tell everybody about your name and the reason behind your name. Most of us are gonna be like, "Oh, Jesse's Excellent Plumbing Services." I'm not gonna be excited to tell people about that name. But if I did something that was close to heart, like let's say S and M. Oh, that's perfect. So Sam. What if I called it like Sam's Plumbing or Sam something? I know that would probably be closer to my children's name, and I'd be like, I did this business because of them, and that'd be something that I'm eager to tell people, and other people can be like, "Oh shit, this guy really cares about that," or "This girl really cares about that." That's amazing. Continue on. So the next tip that I got for you is domains and business email. This is really, really, really important. It's gonna cross into one it all, but here is another freebie for you. Check your domain to check if it's available, and a good place to do that is Google Domains. So if you're looking it up, Google. Oh shoot, I can't even spell Google. Google Domains. Really simple. Go on, look it up, check it out. It's completely free to look at domains. I highly recommend Google Domains because, one, they're affordable. Most of them are going to be $12 a year. Some are going to be more or less expensive depending on the availability. But two, because it is a Google domain, you're going to be able to get this freebie from me. One is you are going to be able to gain a business email. Yes, a .com email, a .org email, a .net. You ever, write to somebody who's on a business and it's like Joanna at chase.com? Well, that's a business email. Guess what? Those look super professional. You want to look the best you can. You want to look professional for your business. You want people to trust your business, right? Nothing shows security like you investing into your business. Nothing shows like you care about it, like actually putting the little minor details. This person actually owns their domain. This person has a professional business email. I know that it's not like sexyman321. Oh, please trust me. I've gotten some of those. I've gotten some like Blaze It 2345 or sexy something, and I'm like, "Girl, you're trying to have a business here with the guys, bro. Like, I get it. I got nothing against what you do in your spare time, but you got a business. People need to invest." I mean, and again, exceptions. Exceptions. There's always exceptions. If your business is like, let's say you're in the ganja business, you're in the cannabis business, and your thing is like smoke up at .com or whatever, okay, maybe. But for most of us, I'm trying to speak to most of us in general, it's not gonna be like that, okay? Maybe some girls out there, sexy time or something. I don't advocate it. But okay, look, whatever's going on, okay? you want to have something that's professional, something that is clean. It is super, super important. I've had people that come up to me, they want to partner up, and then I have Gmail, and their email is like, Alex31345, and I'm like, man, you're like one of a million Alexes, man, like, or you're a million of a million Alexes here. Why do I mention that? Well, look, not only do these stand out, not only are they clean, but Google verifies these. Now, this might be outdated. I've been trying to look it up, but I haven't seen that it's not, and I haven't seen nothing confirmed that it still is. But Google, at some point when you're building a website, they want to verify what's called my Google account. When you look at restaurants and you see the list of them, well, that's your Google account. Google My Business. Well, if you have a Google domain, because it is Google and you've already verified your credit card, your info, and all of that, guess what? It's going to also verify that account a lot quicker and sooner. So, extra little cherry on top of that one for you. Check it out, try it out. Trust me, there's other domains that you can go. Gator Host, there's, GoDaddy. There's tons of places that offer this. Wix and Shopify, I think, have their own inside as well. Whatever works best for you, claim one, and then get that actual business account. Now, that goes into my next thing, which is software. Software. So, I want it all, okay? Let's get that office. Let's start expanding. Let's go get a nicer car. You don't want to be me in my first business, okay? Despite things going great for me, and I told the story, I took the friends out, took all of us out to Vegas. I bought us a suite. We went out ham for 3 nights. Who knows what happened half of that time, but I mean, it was great. But then I look at the check and I'm just like, oof, great. Let's go back home. Oh, shoot. I've overspent for this and that and this, and my overheads are killing me. Oh man, I'm gonna dip now. Well, now I'm screwed. So, where do we start with this? Well, first of all, I remember with this first business, I bought all the bells and whistles. I mean, I had everything. And before I even got to that point, I had bought a $5,000 computer. I am not kidding you. I mean, it was nice. For my computer nerds out there who love their towers, I love my towers. I might be losing some of you, but let me bring you back in. Yeah, it's just a really nice computer. Okay, I bought a 2K screen. I remember it was beautiful LED. It had everything. On top of that, I bought my Microsoft Office. I bought QuickBooks Pro. I bought the HP Print. I bought all these things to keep up with my business. And I know that at first it seems kind of harmless when we do this, but little by little it's like, okay, well, I got QuickBooks, it's $30 to $50 a month. So let's start looking at this, okay? So I got QuickBooks for, let's say, $50 a month. Plus I got my website, which is about $32 a month. Plus I got my printing, which is about $11 a month. Plus I got my insurance, which is about $92 a month. Plus, see what's going on here? Plus I got my Adobe account, which is about $32 a month. Plus I got my Canva account, which is, let's say, $6 a month. Plus I got my software, which is $175 a month. This is only a fraction of the things that we get when we're trying to manage our business, when we're trying to run it. And these are all software and tools that you might be starting to think to yourself, hey, I need this. I'm going to want to use this. So how do we break this down? Well, first of all, before you know it, you're spending over $400. I mean, look at this alone. 175 plus 92, we're already at what, like 260 something, plus this, we're at $300. Plus we add the rest, we're almost literally at $400 with just this per month. And before you know it, I mean, it just keeps adding and adding, and this is just on a handful of software that you're actually going to need. So how do you know on what you need to spend first and, where to go to? So, do I pay for an accounting software like QuickBooks? Do I use a CRM like Honeybook or Square? Where do I do my invoicing, my printing, my editing, my phone calls, my internet, security, so forth? Man, the bills add up and add up. So first, let's get this straight, okay? Honestly, you do not need all the bells and whistles to operate. You don't need all of this. to have a successful starting business. In fact, you only need a few key components and elements that are going to help you get to where you need to get to, okay? So yes, I said it. I know it's controversial. Some people are going to be, but you need this, you need that to begin with. No, 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 no. You just need what you need, and that is period. Everything else is going to be a luxury, okay? So yes, I said it. I am a huge, huge fan of tech and software, especially cloud-based services, but they are not necessary to start. Okay, start with a bare minimum and start selecting what is crucial for your business. Okay, so for example, let's start a product-based business of selling lip gloss. Okay, where are you gonna market yourself? Well, first, I don't need a store to be doing lip gloss. In fact, I could probably do this from my house. I can do this from a small little shed. So boom, I took care of my office space. Two, where do I start? And then most of us have a computer or even a phone that we can start. Dude, this is right here, your office. Easy. I can literally now open up an Instagram account, Snapchat account, TikTok account, Twitter account, and boom, I found my marketing platforms. In fact, each one of those is going to be my store locations. Okay? Bam. And guess what? This is where I'm going to go ahead and get reach, and I'm going to build my community of fans. Guess what? All of these are completely free. Completely free. In fact, with my Facebook account and Instagram account, I can literally create a business account for free. How freaking awesome is that? Now, two, let's say I'm trying to do conversions and upkeep. Okay, well, one of the things that I might spend my money on is this Google account, which is going to cost me somewhere between $12 a year, which is about $1 a month, and then $6 for the actual professional business email. So I might do it if for me, I want to stand out. I want to get my domain out the way. But let's say that even that is too much for me. Let's say even then I'm too scared. And just get a Gmail. Go get a Gmail that sounds professional. My business 12 at blah blah blah. My business 34, whatever it is. My business name at gmail.com. Completely free, but keep it separate from your personal. It's gonna make your life so much easier in the future. Okay, so easy. So what do I do next? Well, a very simple thing that we can start looking at is Google Docs and Google Sheets. What is Google Docs? Well, Google Docs is literally a place to write. You can literally write papers, exams, whatever it is you're trying to do. It's just a place to write. It's kind of like Word documents. Okay? Why do I need this? Well, if you look up Google Docs, I'm pretty sure, if I could remember correctly, they even got free templates of invoices there. So one, invoices. Two, I can write my templates. Three, I can write my SOPs. Four, I can write objectives, my business plans. I can literally use it to write and need everything that I need when it comes to keeping up with people, with following up with people, to having templates, and even operations. Very affordable. It's completely freaking free. Okay? Next, Google Sheets. Why do I need Google Sheets? Well, there's two things that we're taking care of. One is accounting, right? Bookkeeping. I want to make sure that I know how much I'm spending and how much I'm purchasing. Boom, Google Sheets. Completely free. Has all the boxes and all the tabs. Has formulas in there for you to keep up with not only spending, but even inventory. What else do you need? You got everything there. Now, yes, it's going to be a hassle keeping all these tabs and windows open, but it is going to help you, do a trade-off. One, it's completely free. You have the time. It's your time that you can invest into your business, and you can expend that when you're starting. Okay? Two, it's also going to go ahead and get you prepared for things, doing it the hard way, doing it the long way, so that when you are expanding and you are scaling that company, it is so much easier for you. All right. So, we took care of a lot, right? We took care of conversations, upkeep, messaging. We took care of invoicing. Shoot, man, we even took care of what else? Sales and customer service, but inventory and operations. Finally, okay, I need to find a way to make payments and take payments. Do I gotta go open up an account? Like, do I have to pay for a whole business account? Well, depending, but let's say that we wanted to do this still the free way, right? Stripe, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. all these ways for me to go ahead and take in payments, go ahead and start taking payments from my customers, my clients, my prospects, my fans, and I can invoice them simple and easy, completely free. Now, some of these might charge you a fee, like Stripe, I think charges you a fee, but honestly, what 3% over money that you would have never had if you hadn't done this and made it easy for yourself. A lot of people always get scared. If you tell them, hey, if you give me $2,000 today, but you get 3,000 tomorrow, most people are gonna say no. And let's say it's somebody you trust and you know it's good for it. They're still gonna say no because they're gonna say the cost is too high. The cost is too high. Why am I giving you $2,000? I want the three. But I'm gonna tell you, sweetie. I'm gonna tell you guys out there. That's $1,000 you would have never ever had. Trust me, go for it. It's 3% on some of these. I've seen people trying to avoid the 3%. Yes, in big numbers it is a lot, but that's not your problem right now. We're barely starting, right? Let's get it. Easy way to start. Now, geez, where are we when it comes to our expenses? So we're taking care of operations, invoicing, customer support, now even money and taking in money. Easy way to start. I might get like a Boost mobile plan, Boost mobile phone. That might be some of the things that I have as an overhead cost, but literally where I stay can be my office. My phone plan can be literally everything that I need to run everything nowadays, and I can have low overhead costs. Very easy way. So I get asked a lot, what are the first things that we should be spending at? What are the first things that I should be putting my money in? Well, first, applications to look at. For me, start looking into a CRM, an application that will make your life easier to operate, invoice, reply to customers, and it'll really give you the ability to focus and give yourself more time. Okay? What's a CRM? It's a customer relationship management tool, software, application, whatever you want to call it. Okay, we have two different things that we use here. One is Honeybook, and the other one is Keep or Infusionsoft. Now, mind you, I only suggest Keep for my clients and customers or my audience who's making more than $5,000 and up per month. In fact, it's gonna be for businesses that want to be making 10 grand and more, because this is gonna help you scale to that point. It is solely made for companies that want to scale and get big. If you're starting off and you're really good with service-based business, Honeybook is perfect for you. It is private, it has client portals, it does invoicing, it takes payment. It is beautiful to use and it's super freaking easy. It is super affordable. And if you're looking for any of these two things, and by the way, any of the stuff that we mentioned, we're going to have the links in the description so that you can go ahead and check it out. Yes, there are affiliate programs, meaning that if you do go through it, you are helping us out. That way I'm able to give you more content like this. So if you are looking at Honeybook, honestly, it's the best way to start. It's very simple. Now, why do I recommend this? Well, honestly, because it keeps everything organized for you. It keeps all your customers in one location. It keeps projects in one location. It keeps your invoicing and your reports in one location. It keeps customer service, like how you keep up with people. It's all in one location. And a lot of these have automation, meaning that it works while you're sleeping. It works while you're working on something else. It does auto reply backs and auto messaging. It even some of these even have calendar applications to it. Imagine how freaking awesome that is. That's all in one location. Enough said about that. Check it out. It is a great way to begin. Okay, now for my product-based businesses, sometimes Wix offers great and easy checkouts along with streamlined CRM applications inside that are already built in there. It's a really great way to capture like emails, really simple contact information, and you're even able to reply back. When I first started my Wix account, I used this all the time. I didn't even know that I was using a CRM. I just knew that I was, oh shoot, I captured an email. I can reply to this person. Very easy way to begin. Shopify literally does a lot of hand holding. It literally tells you Look, we already built the site for you. It's already gorgeous. Just plug in your information and start working. I can't tell you how easy it is to use something like that. I've never used Shopify because for me, I like to be more in control of it, and I actually like to do the back end. So when it comes to like HTML, when it comes to CSS, C++, all these things, I love that because I get to actually check it out and I know what's going on behind it. And I got a little bit more like direction. Shopify is perfect for people who are busy and just need to get something beautiful and done quickly. They don't need to spend all day, oh, I need to have this website, I need this logo inch to the left. No, no, no. It's just straight to the point. It also does offer this small CRM as well, which makes it super easy to actually run your business. So, one thing is, you want this application to work best for you and your style of business management. It doesn't matter which one you use. There's hundreds of people offering different software, from Salesforce to Zendesk to some other work hub or something like that, whatever it is. They all essentially do the same thing. Some are going to have more or less depending on your style of business. But like I said, choose one that works best for you. The internals is literally, they all do basically the same thing. Okay. You want these applications to make your life easier at the end of the day. That's the whole point. Why invest into them if they're going to make your life harder and stress you out more? These literally should give you your time back, by the way. Okay. Check out our descriptions again for any of these products, any of these things that you're looking for. We are going to have them there for you. A lot of them actually get discounts if you go through us. Really, really awesome. And if you do have any more questions, we are going to be making more content on each one of these. So there's a couple other few mentions out here that I wanted to get into. One is like bookkeeping. When is it right to start getting into bookkeeping? Well, honestly, with any application is when you can afford it. No, really, it is that simple. It's when can you afford to then get QuickBooks or Zero? When can you afford to hire a CPA? Or better yet, when can't you afford to hire one anymore? When is it costing you too much? Let's change that actually because I love that direction. When is it costing you too much to do each one of these things? Okay, and to you, you're kind of like, what is he talking about? So here's another little thing that I wish I would have known. If 1 hour of work makes me $100, let's say, if I'm spending 2 hours on my software, it's costing me $200 to work on that software. Seriously. So I always tell people, sometimes you gotta look at your worth and see when is it time for you to start investing into software, into technology, into professionals, because this starts to happen. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm afraid. I don't know why I should give that accountant $150. Oh, I can use that money for something else. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to take that strategy call. It's $50. That's a lot. Why do I need to? I don't need you. Why do I need QuickBooks? I can just save all my receipts." Well, what happens when you do hire a professional because you saved all your receipts and now you got to hire him? Guess what? He's going to charge you extra for all of that. He's not going to be like, "Oh, thanks, all these receipts. Oh, no, I'll still charge you my base price." No, he's going to be like, "Money. They're unorganized. They don't have everything together. This is freaking great. I'm going to charge them for everything." You're not looking at you're not giving yourself enough credit and value here. This is so key when it comes to your business. It is huge. Okay, so I see this happen so many times where people don't value themselves enough. All right, so end my rant there. End it. Cut it. Easy. All right, so a couple other honorary mentions is, yes, when you're looking at software technology, when you're thinking about other things like insurance and stuff, it's when you absolutely need to. Okay, you're gonna gauge that information. You're gonna be able to say, okay, can I afford it? And one thing that I like that I've actually mentioned here is start with a bare minimum and start selecting what is crucial to your business. So let's start with When is it right is when, of course, when you can afford it. No, seriously. But remember, if $30 a month is going to stress you out, then use that money for something else. If you know that $30 a month is going to, like, man, this is going to really put a cap on it, this is really going to, like, push me to the end, then use that money for something else. But never sacrifice something important for something fun today or for a luxury today. I've made that mistake. Trust me. I've made that mistake where I was like partying, dancing, getting sweetheart here, getting sweetheart there, getting bop, 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 bop. And then before you know it, I'm like checking my pockets. I'm just like, oh, man, you're starting from the bottom. That famous tale with a guy with a rock pushing it up the mountain. You just don't want to do that every day. Okay, a couple $30, 40, $50 every now and then for something that you know it's gonna make your life easier. Just do it. Don't even second guess it. Okay? Alright, let's move on to the next one, which is hire, not fire. This one this one hits close to heart, really, really hard. Because we have let go of an employee before and ended up being one of my best friends. And I've also had to, had a partner completely walk out on us. I can't tell you how devastated I was to this and how devastated I am still as a business owner about these things. You know, Having to lose a friend over something that could have been better or even having a longer relationship really, really hit me hard. Having someone that came in and I spent so much hours, so much time gathering so many people, and then for them to just up and quit the last minute and say, make up an excuse, it really traumatized me for the moment to this day. I still have like those questions. I'm still asking them, and so it really left me completely kind of shooken or shaken. And it really has me, asking myself, what could I have done different? What could I have done better? What did I do wrong? Where did it go south? And it just keeps going to this day. And like that, to this day, you know, I still think back of these examples and how much it impacted me and how much it continued to impact me. And so this is why I wish I would have known this a little bit earlier, and I wish I would have listened earlier. Now, hiring is very, very important to a growing business because it's one of those things that you're going to spend so much money on. But let me actually rephrase that. It will be something that you waste, yes, waste so much money on, because any big entrepreneur, any entrepreneur that you know that has more than a couple employees, I guarantee you, I promise you, they've wasted money on this part. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. There's never going to be anybody out there that can tell you, no, I've always had the greatest hires because blah, 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 blah. Nah, especially someone that's learning, I can tell you right now, hiring can be a complete waste of money, but I don't want you to feel that way. So that's why you are here, right? So how do I avoid this? How do I go about this? Well, one, you really should have this role department already written out. Okay, if it's hard for you to describe what you want to a new hire, then you really need to take a step back and write this out. You need to be detail by detail what you want this person to do, the roles, the responsibilities, their assignments, what efforts they're gonna have. Every detail for this person should already be there. Um, this is going to be a huge time saver for when you are bringing people into your team. That way, you're not wasting critical time. Remember, once you start hiring people, every time that they're sitting there, every time they're like not doing something or you're kind of searching around for things, you're literally wasting money. Okay? So, what's going to happen is you're going to encourage growth. You're going to also create trust, and you're going to give someone the ability to feel the job, to see if it's right for them too. When I hire someone, I want them to want to be part of my job. I always tell people, no, 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 we're going to switch the roles. I'm not finding out why I want you. I want you to know why you want me. And to me, that's really important because I want them to stay. A lot of people, oh, I want this fucking job. And then they get in it, and then 2 weeks, 4 months, they're already calling out because they hate it. I've been through that way too much when I was a chef leading a team. Freaking miserable that I was like, this cannot be right. So starting out with how to plan, it's gonna lead to distrust. It's gonna lead to confusion, waste of money. You're gonna see people opt out of your dream. You're gonna see people that are just gonna up and leave. You're gonna see a lot of problems when it comes to controlling the people as well and making sure that they're attentive and always doing something. Um, it's also going to add a lot of stress on everybody. Okay, it's a really easy way to lose new hires, honestly, and really stop. And another thing is going to actually prevent you from building your hiring confidence because you're going to feel like, well, what am I doing wrong? Like what's wrong with me? Now, so once we got that out the way, okay, what do we do and what do we look for in a hire? Well, I always say this. I always hire on eagerness and skills. I never hire on experience and resumes. I freaking hate it. And I'm going to tell you exactly why, okay? It makes it so much easier to train a newbie than to train someone experienced. It's like trying to, they literally teach a dog a new trick, an old dog a new trick. It's exactly that. Someone who's eager and excited to learn and asking the right question is always going to be on my key and like interest compared to the person who knows it all, compared to the person that's already been taught in a certain way. It's going to be so restricting to grow from that mold. One thing that my chef used to show me all the time was like, hey, we're going to have some new hires. We're going to have some new people. They don't know anything. They don't know the way that things went wrong. They don't know any of the problems we're having. So start them off right. This is your chance to create new people and show them the new way. Take advantage of that and keep them away from the bad habits. Man, that is $1 billion freaking idea right there. I'm telling you. So I always start with there, okay? Now, I also work with someone that matches my energy and my work ethic. That is to me really important for growth and for communication. I've had people that are just complete downers, excuse after excuse. And you know what happens? You start making excuses for them. You're going to put yourself lower because of them. And ultimately, you're going to be hurting yourself so much more and your business because of that. This happens so many times in relationships. This happens so many times in work environments. This happens in a lot of different environments where it's like, oh, well, they'll get it. They'll figure it out tomorrow. No, it's okay. It's just one time. Before you know it, it's a habit. And that's a real dangerous situation to be in. So here's some keynotes to this. Hire slow, fire fast. Okay, trust me, it's simple, but it can get lost in the personalities and the promises and the more. Oh, this girl's so sweet. She's awesome. She's the best. She's so adorable. We're besties. And then before you know it, man, this girl's costing you $1,500 a month, $2,000 a month. That's not worth it, man. It's not. I'd rather have somebody here that, I don't get along with, but we're making money. Again, it's your business. And I wish people had told me this ahead of time. Okay? So, in fact, for me personally, it is much more harder for me to let go of someone because I didn't want to let them down. But in fact, again, it was causing so much more pain, so much more stress trying to hold that relationship. That buddy of mine that I lost, it's exactly what happened. That's exactly what went wrong. I came in, man, this person's going to be great. They're going to have the structure. They're going to be ready for me. I'm going to love it. They're going to push me harder. I've seen them do amazing, magical things. And then they come in, they're not the same person I remembered. They're coming up with excuses. They don't want to do free stuff. They're not willing to go the extra mile. They're not willing to invest in themselves, let alone my vision. Bro. And then what happens? I start feeding into that energy. I start saying, well, it's okay. And then I'm coming up with excuses. It's a loss for both of us. And that's exactly why it didn't work out. That's why it built so much stress. That person blew up in the office, and I was like, bro, you gotta go, you gotta walk. There's nothing else to talk about here. You're doing both of us a favor, and that's where it ends, and that's where it ends. But you gotta step out, and that's exactly what that led to. The other one, same thing. This person had everything planned out for them. They said it cost them so much, and this person wasn't confident in their abilities. And boom, they upped and left, dipped. Again, clear direction. That person, if we were able to actually, the biggest changes that I do now is they have to take a leap. I don't meet halfway anymore. I don't come up with excuses anymore. It's how the business has to run. So always have that tip. Always remember, this is your business. This is your livelihood. All right. So let's keep going. Now, what do we include when it says, what do we have to include when hiring? Okay. So this one's really, really big for those who are hiring. Okay. You want to be able to protect yourself and your employees. California is very, very employee friendly. So that means that you gotta be very, very attentive to laws and regulations. So I use payroll services for all of this. I do not mess around. I actually have a partnership with ADP. It started off really young in their business because I've dealt with ADP. They were part of a lot of the businesses that I worked with. But on top of that, I had an amazing, amazing partner, which was Morgan. Now she's moved up, which honestly, she deserves it. Morgan, you're awesome. Now we got Lizette. Lizette is an amazing person, and she takes care of our people. She's the one that hooked me up, took care of my W-2s. When I had my 1099s, she took care of them as well. It makes everything so much more flawless, and I have less to worry about. And it goes back to this. If I can put more effort into bringing in more cash on somewhere else, then I'm willing to pay a little bit extra. And that's exactly where it is. If you need that assistance, if you want that help, I'm going to put that link in our description. Reach out if you are already in that stage when it comes to hiring, and not keep this in mind 100%. This is huge. This costs so many businesses billions of dollars a year. I wish I would have known that really early on. I mean, I wish I would have known that, still practiced it more in this company, because I think it would have even saved me some extra time. But luckily now, hey, learn my lesson. We got a beautiful person in here helping us out. She does amazing, 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 amazing work. It's been excellent. So let's go ahead and work on our next tip, and it's strategize and plan. The alpha wolf pack mentality. I'm a freaking Chad, dude. I got abs. I can do this by myself. I got amazing quotes. I got a big watch. Yes, this is me. I do it all by myself. I got inspirational quotes. I put Forex and all this trading stuff on my business. Wolf of Wall Street. Woo! I'm going to tell you, that's not reality. I know it's obnoxious, but this is exactly how these people look. It's not reality. No successful general has ever gone into war without these two concepts. One is strategizing and planning, and I guarantee you they never went in it alone. Never go in it alone. I don't know how many times I've seen this where people, man, I did this all by myself. And like for me, even though I did the majority of the work for myself, I rely on a lot of information of others and what they've done to help me get to this point. And that is tremendous. So first is, now this is a bit of cheating. I will tell you right now, it is cheating because this one is actually one that I've already implied. Number 4 is my little freebie to you. I've been doing this for over 6 years. And as I speak to the pros, I work with the pros all the time. I work with people who are better than me, who are going to be more honest than me. And by honest, I mean they're going to be blunt. They're going to tell it straight to my face, and they're going to be honest about it. And I love working with that. And if you work with me, that's exactly how I talk to you. I mean, depending on the person, I might make it sweeter. But if something is a no-go, I'll tell you right out, hey, that is not okay. Hey, that is not the way to do it. There's some clients that I have that I can straight out and tell them and be kind of more like aggressive. And we're good with that. I had this client today. I love that guy's energy because we're both talking crap to each other. And that's how we go. But I'm not going to be like that with everybody. But talk with the pros, okay? Speak with the pros. Now, we highly suggest that if you're looking for tax solutions, guess what? Speak with a pro. Speak with a CPA. If you need business advice, speak with us. Speak with the pros. If you're looking for legal advice, speak with a pro. Speak with the attorney. It's gonna save you so much effort and time. Okay, now, whatever the case be, this is always give yourself the upper hand in business, because I'm sure that someone has already gone through the struggles and the pains that you are going through. Why would you go in alone when you can completely skip over that? Struggle with something unique and new. Okay, don't think you're a hero because you're like, oh, this is hard. I can do it on my own. I got this, dude. You had 100 other business owners that have gone through dips. 100 other business owners that have lost an employee. 1,000 other business owners that had bouncing checks or had problems. Someone has already gone through it. Okay, so whatever you do is go ask for help. Go ask for help whenever you can. And if you are, don't waste nobody's time. Okay, this example that I told you earlier, where this person had dipped and came over here for mentorship to ask for help for 4 freaking weeks, and then ups and dips once we created our plan together. Don't waste nobody's time. Be straight up, be honest. And one thing is be careful. My word of advice for you out there, be careful, because not everybody has your best interest. Not everybody out there is nice. Not everybody out there wants to be friendly, okay? This is just straight up and honest. Take it from me that I've been burnt plenty of times, and I'm going to be burnt way more times. But I can take it. I love it. Okay, I'm a freak like that. That's right. Huh. Okay, get it. Okay, I want you to be successful. I want you to make a lot of money. I want you to be out there. I want you to get to the point where you are building and growing your success stories to whatever it is. I had this beautiful person come in, and she's like, you know what? I want to keep my business small. I want to make just an extra $10,000 a year. I was like, that's fucking amazing. I love that. Do that, and we'll make it easier for you. And she's like, well, what would make my life easier? And I was like, well, you need help with this. You need to choose a few little things here that are going to make your life easier, and then keep it at that. In fact, you might even get 12,000 now because this became easier for you. She's like, okay, awesome. You know what she did? She came and talked with a pro. Alpha, baby. That's right. Okay, alpha. And that was it for her. I have these other people that are like, Jesus, I got a big contract. We just got 300,000. I want to keep going. What's the next move? Let's keep going. I was like, bro, first of all, you need branding because you're in that step. You need to have recognition. Now we need to check all of these boxes together. And most importantly for you, once we get this stuff in order, you need to start hiring me. Bam, 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 bam. Alpha, baby, we got this. Okay? These are tips and tricks that I wish I knew when I started. These are things that I wish that people had told me. Dude, take an extra time, take an extra minute, go over this, learn this, because I've made every mistake in the book. And if you can do me one huge favor, if you gone this far, if you love what you're hearing, if you want to hear more of these tips and tricks, please subscribe to us, follow us, leave in the comments, put SIU for me, please. That's SIUUUU. Please leave that comment for us. At least I know, hey, this is working, and we're going to bring more to you. We do have a bunch of links in our description if you're trying to find any of the stuff that we mentioned. You don't gotta pay for anything. It just takes you to the sites in case you want to look for stuff. Some of these are not even our partnerships. They're just tools and things that I use myself that hopefully you get some free resources as well. Now, I will say to this, if you can do a chance, if you do get a chance, please follow us on our Instagram. It's ibs.llc. If you do got questions, leave it in the comments. I want to hear, maybe things that we can talk about. Every 1st and 15th of the month, we will be talking about new messages. This was a good one, but there's so much more I want to go over. And little by little, we're going to get to know each other. Please stay blessed. Please, good luck out there. Keep learning, keep trying, keep experimenting. And most important of all, have some fun with your business. Just have some fun. We'll catch you later.